Hey, this is Scott, Franchiseinsight.net. This is part two of our sales discussion. Okay, so part one was around selling in a one call close scenario. This is going to be more of where you have a consultative selling opportunity, a little bit of a longer tail where maybe there's more decision makers than just the normal significant other spouse type thing. So here's the scenario. You're still the fence company. You sell fences. You got a great opportunity outside of residential where you do 95% of your work. And now there's a corporate chain of daycare centers. And you've been brought in locally to bid on a privacy fence for the daycare center. So now you got to meet with the facility manager, maybe the owner, maybe it's a daycare that's a franchise, but either way, there's somebody outside of probably the facilities management or maintenance. You got an owner, and then maybe you've even got a corporate person. So you got like three decision makers in this. So as you present, the one thing I'll tell you, and this goes back to home services. I should have brought this up, but and a lot of things I talked about in home services do migrate right over to this discussion with objections because you're going to run into some of the same ones. But anytime you have an opportunity to give a proposal in person, and you can look at a person you're presenting to eye to eye, and make sure that all of their questions are answered, you'll know. You'll get the body language of kind of wiggling or, goofy look that there's something not right. Okay. So you can confidently ask, hey, does this idea make sense to you? Do you like this? I mean, do you understand everything in the proposal? You can go through those things face to face, a lot easier on the phone. You can't read body language over the phone. So anytime you have the opportunity to present pricing, project proposals in person, it's the only way to go, in my opinion. I mean, I know everything's on Zoom and all that, and there's a lot that can be accomplished remotely, but anytime you can go around in person, I mean, again, most small businesses and franchises are going to be in your own market anyway, so take advantage of that. Okay, so now you've got the proposal, you've got their body language, you're kind of getting a read on where they are, and you get the objection. I need to do a little bit more research. Jimmy, totally get that. Help me understand, in your world, being that you guys are a big daycare, what does that research look like for you? Okay, so then Jimmy's going to probably go down one of two paths, okay? He's probably going to say, well, I need to talk to some other decision makers, and he'll kind of say, here are the people I talk to. Or he may say that he wants to go out and get some other pricing, find out linear feet, what the average cost should be, things of that nature. And if he goes down the path of I need to include other team members, then I would say, Jim, can we get them on the phone while I'm here? I mean, I'd rather take the burden off of you doing all this calling around and discussions and then having them ask questions that I can answer while I'm here. It's really powerful to make sure that you represent your solution firsthand, not rely on the one person to then go talk to the 10 people, the 2 people, or even just the one person. You have the opportunity to make sure that you're clearly discussing what not only your solution is, but your value. Just like I mentioned in the earlier video, the value for the fence company in this example was their warranty. They've been in business a long time. They got great reviews and testimonials. But the most important, if you didn't watch video 1, I'll tell you, the most important was the warranty, and that they demonstrated some expertise in telling me that in year 1, 5% of the boards are going to warp. We put you on the calendar so that after year 1, we're going to come out and fix all of that. So again, they've eliminated me calling them, or the daycare now calling them, at month 7, because I know, unless there's something significant, I'm sure in the warranty, that company, as long as they've been around, they've got things that outline what happens in those situations. But with that said, you have the best opportunity as the owner, the salesperson, the representative of the company to tell firsthand what your value is. So you've encouraged Jimmy. Can we get them all on the phone now? Okay. If Jimmy's obstinate about that and doesn't have time to deal with it, or if he's back to the research again is, hey, while I'm here, what are you not What are you not sure? What do you need to research? What does that look like for you? And then you can say, well, we've been doing this a long time, and here's this. I'd rather than you go out on the interweb and get all kinds of crazy information about linear feet costs that maybe aren't accurate for our area of the country or whatever. You're the expert. This is your business. I'm just bringing up kind of how this is going to go. You need to find out your unique discussion points around these very common objections. And the last thing, it probably won't be the last thing. I always do that. I always say the last thing, and then I go into 5 other things. But what I believe will be the last thing is make sure that if after all of that, Jimmy has got to the point where, I got to go talk to people and I got to get the price in front of, Mary, and then she looks and all that. If you get to that point, make sure that you clearly outline, well, what's that next step look like for you, Jimmy? When are you going to have this research done? When are you and Mary and everybody? Because I don't want to, I don't want to waste your time and follow up too much. When's a good time for me to reach back out to you? And clearly set that next follow-up time so that it's not one of these deals that sits out there for months and you're chasing and all that. And tell people that. So we run 10 appointments a day. We do whatever. Confidently, your time's valuable too. You took the time, you drove out to the appointment. Your time's valuable, so there's no problem with you confidently saying, listen, do you like the idea? Do you feel comfortable with us doing this project for you? Is it important for you to deal with a local company that you can call to have it fixed and that's not, it's been around in business for a while or what? I mean, whatever. Again, these are your points that you need to think through. When you're losing sales and your close rates down, then identify what these items are. And then it's strong. Your close rate goes up. It's a stronger discussion point. Your folks are more confident. And the other thing, I said it was going to be the last thing, and once again, I fibbed. The other thing, challenge your salespeople. If you're not the salesperson, you're not confident in selling, that's fine. But get confident in role-playing with them in a sales environment. Okay? Get comfortable challenging them. Hey, Steve, come over here. What if somebody tells you today they don't have the money or you're high? Not you're high, your price is high. If they tell you you're high, then... Okay, sorry. Your price is high. Okay, Steve should be able to say, hey, customer, we know we're a little bit higher than folks. Here's why. Because we know X number of boards are going to warp in year 1, and we're going to come back and fix all of those for you. That typical cost for a customer on a fence this size is about $2,000. So we're going to take care of that. We're also going to give you a 3-year warranty on the structural posts that are part of this solution for you. And you're going to have a good experience working with us. These are our folks that do the installation, and we control the project from A to Z. We get the materials together, we schedule the install, we show up time, we're going to safely install the fencing for you, we're going to clean up everything when we leave. Challenge your folks to stand in front of you and get them uncomfortable. If they're uncomfortable in front of you in the office, get them comfortable so that when they go out in front of the customer, they're rock stars. And they're not high. You guys have a great day. I'll be back soon.